needed to make this video. This is a very important video about my health. For those that know, I have high blood cholesterol, which is very unusual because one of the things that I have been doing for many years is eating extremely healthy. In fact, I stopped eating meat altogether for several years. Just this whole month is the only time that I've been eating meat. Go to Jack in the Box, Whataburger, and get normal food like everyone else to see how my body feels and everything. Even though that I have high blood cholesterol, because even when I wasn't eating meat, I was having high blood cholesterol. This could be associated with my aplastic anemia. That's what the doctor said, because I did have liver failure from the chemotherapy when I was in the hospital, and it is a blood transfusion, so it could be through genetics. But the thing that makes me very nervous and scared about the circumstances is that they're shooting so many electronic devices at me that I'm not going to be able to tell when there is a serious health problem. Now, this has been going on for now like a week now, maybe 5 days. I'd say, I think like a week now. And randomly, out of nowhere, just randomly, when it happened when I was at the zoo, it's happening right now. It happened when I was walking today at the Botanical Garden in Dallas. And they were still shooting me with electronic devices. As soon as, I don't know if it's installed into my phone or what it is, but it's a number of different electronic devices that they're shooting at me, and it hurts my physical body, and it shudders, it like tasers me. The other electronic device makes my muscle tissue twitch, but it's like a frequency that they're shooting at me. The thing that makes me so nervous is that something bad happens to me and I have a massive heart attack or a stroke. These people aren't going to be charged with murder and my death. They want to get away with my death. It's what they want to do. I truly believe in so many of the circumstances that somebody was monitoring my blood and health, because, to my understanding, and I know a little bit about the medical field, is that they can actually tell a lot through your feces, specimens, and test it to see if you're healthy or not, and including your blood, and to see what's going on inside the physical body. Now, I've gotten that done before. I've gotten a feces sample, which they said that there was no parasites in my guts when I was a few years ago. But regarding my blood, I do have high blood cholesterol, and it's some pretty dangerous levels. The thing is about the circumstances is I've been going through so many years at times not believing in the blood samples of what they're telling me, because there's so many electronic devices and so much lying and turning they're doing to me over the phone, when I call PayPal, when I call Amazon, when I speak to doctors. I'm having so many bad things like this to contaminate my mind to the reality of the world that I live in. And they do that because if I can't take care of my health and something bad happens to me, they don't want to be held reliable. That's why they shoot the electronic devices at me and do these things, because eventually it will decay my health and any quality and freedom of my life, and I eventually will die of natural causes. And it won't be natural causes. It is because someone is shooting me with these electronic devices, and I do my best to take care of myself. One of the things it's bothering me, and I talk that I'm having this pain, that I went to the zoo and Botanical and several other places. I'm having a tremendous amount of pain on this side of my bones and cheek, and in the back of my head, and I don't know if somebody's shooting an electronic device, a frequency that shoots into the back of my head, but these electronic devices that they're shooting at me has the ability to do that. So I want to say, I don't know if this is a sign of a massive stroke, okay? I don't know if this, but to my understanding, I do recall either people having a heart attack right before it happens, within the coming months or weeks or days or hours, where they have extreme amounts of pain in their jaw and sort of their structural lining of the jawline, and this is kind of where it hurts. It hurts like my jaw, and it hurts like the bones in the back of my brain, like right back here, and it hurts. I don't know if that's I think that may be a sign that's a sign of a massive stroke in the near future. The thing that I'm so preoccupied is that I looked up all the different types of foods to eat. I eat a lot of Subway, and when I eat Subway, I never put dressings on there. I never put meat on there. It's just vegetables and meat or Italian bread. Trying to eat the best that I can. Now, when I was living at my apartment, I was eating like at least 2 pounds of fruit and variation into different types of fruit. And I looked up online saying that, like bananas, avocados, blueberries, all these fruits help lower cholesterol. My cholesterol was not getting any lower very much, if any. It could be also due to smoking, but that's why they're doing this to me. They're beating the fuck out of me so horrifically with these electronic devices that I get so stressed out that I have to keep smoking. And it's very painful, it's very abusive. It's like I feel so physically abused with these electronic devices that there's no logical sense of what they're doing to me with these electronic devices. There's no sense. I cannot tell you enough that what they're doing to me isn't psychology. It's just to torture me. Like, I'm not kidding you. I'm laying in this bed the last 4 days, and I talked about that there was a guy in the medical anesthesia room whenever I was being put to sleep that showed up with a satanic tattoo on his arm. And when he did that, I talked about it already. Well, what they're doing right now is they're shooting me senselessly with an electronic device out of nowhere. All of a sudden I'm starting to have twitches on my arm. And so what they're doing is they're shooting something into my forearms so that it contaminates me and poisons me. I just felt somebody shoot me on the top of my head. So somebody right now is listening to me and watching me right now live, and I don't give them permission to do so. Now I just feel somebody shooting me on my left heel. This has no rational sense other than to torture me. The reason they're doing this is because they want to scold me satanic, evil things to me as they know that my health is declining. And it is the individuals that are setting up these electronic devices and then shooting them at me. I don't know why I'm having a tremendous pain, but it feels like inside my cranium or something. And it hurts in the back of my head, back of my brain. Now, it makes me very nervous because I think this is like a sign of an incoming, a massive stroke. Now, I know strokes are able to kill people or leave them severely disabled. And I want to desperately make this video that I can never explain enough that how well I eat, that I don't drink alcohol. It's very traumatizing to me because it didn't seem like much of the food. So I'm going to try to get on medication on cholesterol, but the doctor was giving me a lot of trouble to even prescribe the cholesterol. So I have to wait till I get to a safe place in Rhode Island in 2 weeks when I get there on August 31st to be able to, I can't remember what I was going to say, to make an appointment with a doctor to get on cholesterol medication to lower my cholesterol, because high blood cholesterol are the two most dangerous things that can happen to me. One is a massive heart attack, and the other one is a massive stroke. And that is because the arteries in my blood will start collecting a lot of plaque, and then the blood won't get through, and I'll have a massive heart attack and stroke, and it'll kill me. And if it doesn't kill me, it could leave me severely brain damaged or disabled. I think it's important for me to talk about this because they're continuing to shoot me with these electronic devices. Now, Michaela, I don't know if you're able to watch these videos or not, and I don't know who else does, but I'm not HIV positive. Even though that I was told I was told by these doctors, and there's random people who are telling me that I was, I've got tested so many times that this transgender that I ended up being forced to have sex with and beaten with these electronic devices, what happened is they didn't give me a disease. They didn't give me a HIV. So I got chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV, hepatitis. I'm all clear for sexual transmitted diseases. Now I want to make this very clear. I don't know who's responsible for this. The last week since I've been having pain on like my lower cheekbone and sort of the cranium of my jawline and my jaw hurting and the back of my head, I was thinking that they're shooting me with electronic devices, because I'm telling you right now, what they're shooting at me has a range of frequencies to do harmful things to my physical body. And I'm not kidding. I was laying here and they began shooting something, and it felt like something like a needle was burning me. And I was like, what the fuck? That isn't a neurological disease. That is someone using an electronic device and aiming it at me, a frequency that can see where I'm at, what I'm doing, and then shooting me with it. They have another device that makes me shit on command. It starts processing the bowel movements of my body. And the other device that they use, every time, I don't know, this one's, it's a very violent device, the other one that they're using, but the device that they use, it's like when somebody drops or makes a lot of noise or makes a vibration or commotion, it shoots a taser toward me. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like a taser, like somebody will drop something on the ground intentionally to make noise, and it tasers me, like it like tasers me, and it's like whipping me. It's like keeping me as like a modern slave. That's what it's doing. So I want to make this very, very, honest to God that I'm not crazy. I'm not making this up. I'm not looking for attention just to be famous. None of those things. I'm a very well put together person, and I deserve life. And I want to say this because there's so many people that hate me, so many people that want to come after me, that it is so much stress. People always come up with creative ways to come after me. Now, I can never explain this enough, how many people are coming after me. Grocery stores, everywhere I go, they all want to say something very violent, very negative, harmful, or threatening. That they can control my life and do whatever they want to do, and they're working as their team coming against me. It happened when I went to the botanical garden today, the Arboretum Botanical Garden. I went there to the restaurant, had a lovely meal. I think it's nice for me to be able to at least try to, I don't have a date or anything like that, but eat a nice meal at a nice restaurant. It looked like a dinner date. And I was by myself, and there was a few people there, and they were continuing to follow me, and they began shooting me with electronic devices while I was having my meal as well there. But I want to make this very certain of my health, okay? I don't know who's responsible for doing this. If something bad happens to me, please understand that these electronic, no matter how much I can't even explain the torture that I'm in and what they're doing to me. Please believe me. They're using a number of electronic devices to stop the ability for me to be able to function normally as a human being. They have me like a modern slave. They have me as we can do anything because there's no one that can stop us, and we can torture you. This is not psychology. This is just torture. I want to make you suffer, and I can control whether you go to God or you don't go to God, or what God you worship. It's just to torture me. This has no rational sense. I don't have a neurological body damage in my forearms where that guy had that satanic tattoo, but they're continuing to shoot me there. I believe in God. I've already had a girl that I was talking to that died. That was Casey. I don't want to end up like her. please, someone help.